Hey guys, Alan Eddings here with eddingsenglish.com. Thanks for checking out my video. So today I want to talk about speaking English in those important times when you get nervous. The reason I want to talk about this specifically is that so often I'll be in a class with a student who speaks really good English. I understand everything they're saying. They have great pronunciation and great vocabulary and great grammar. And I can have a conversation about any number of topics. But then I put them in a pretend situation, whether it be a presentation for the class or perhaps an IELTS exam, or they're doing a job interview, something that they would probably get nervous in the actual situation, in the real situation. And all of a sudden, their mouth gets really tight and they speak really softly, and you can barely understand what they say. You can't understand them at all. And I asked them, what happened? I know that you can speak English. Why, when I put you in this pretend situation, all of a sudden you can't speak? And they say, well, teacher, it's because I got nervous. So nerves are a really big problem when speaking English, especially during those times when it's most needed, when it's really important that you can count on your English speaking abilities. So I want to go over three specific ways, three tricks that you can use to combat these nerves, to quit being so nervous when you really need to rely on your English speaking. So the first one is that I want you to know that the people that you're speaking English to want you to succeed. Okay, they're on your side. They're rooting for you to do well. Okay, let me give you a couple of examples, two or three examples to illustrate my point. Okay, the first one, let's say you're giving a presentation at work or for your university or a client, a potential client, right? And you need to rely on your English. Now, if you were going into a presentation or a lecture, would you go into that lecture saying, gee, I really hope that the person I'm about to listen to does a bad job so that I can laugh at them and make fun of them? I really hope that I don't understand what they say or that I can't hear them. No. You go into that presentation or that lecture saying, I really hope that I get something out of this. I really hope that the person who's speaking to me engages me, entertains me, inspires me even, right? So just as you would going into a lecture to see someone else speak, when they are watching you speak, they are rooting for you. They want you to succeed. They're on your side. Okay, so that's the first rule. Another example of this would be trying for a job interview. Okay, you go into the job interview and your nerves are telling you, this person who's interviewing doesn't really like me. This person who's going to interview me, the interviewer, wants to give me trick questions to see me fail. I can tell you from personal experience, I've interviewed quite a few people in my career, and I can tell you that is not the truth. The truth is that they are on your side. They want you to succeed. They are rooting for you to do a good job in the interview. The reason is that they don't want to keep looking for another employee. They want you to walk through that door confidently and tell them about your experience and your strengths, and do it bravely and do it clearly and do it in a way that they don't have to keep looking for the next employee, that they've already found them in you. They are rooting for you. They want you to succeed. Okay. A final example is an IELTS exam. And I know that IELTS exams are difficult. I have taken an IELTS exam, and as a native speaker of English, I was nervous taking the IELTS exam. Okay. It's a nervous position to be in, right? Someone who you've just met, a complete stranger, is asking you a lot of questions that you don't know what they're going to ask you, and you're afraid, you're nervous. I understand that, okay? But I want you to know that they are rooting for you. They want you to succeed, okay? They want you to get a good high score. on the IELTS exam. They want this for you. They want you to take your English language and they want you to go to an English speaking country and get the job of your dreams and make lots of friends and have a great life. They want you to succeed. So that's the first rule. That's the first little trick to help you overcome your nerves. The second trick that I want you to focus on, and this is extremely important, I focus on this as the first thing that I do with all of my students, okay? When you get nervous, it doesn't only affect what you say, it affects how you say it, okay? So maybe your English is quite good. Maybe you have a lot of vocabulary and can use very difficult sentence structures, okay? But if you talk like this, or you talk really really softly, and the person can't understand you, it doesn't matter how good your English is, okay? They're not going to be able to understand what you're saying if you're too quiet or if your jaw is wired shut, okay? So, what you need to understand is that when you get nervous, a lot of the nerves go into your jaw muscles. And this is what causes your jaw to get closed and what keeps you from talking very loudly. Okay, it's just nerves, but there are tricks that you can use to help you overcome these nerves. One is just massage your face, right? Just massage all around these muscles. I know it looks silly, okay? That's the point. You want to be able to be silly with English. You want to be able to have a good time with English, okay? English can be fun, all right? So the second trick that you can use for this, I want you to take your hands and put them in front of you. Grab them like this. Open your mouth wide. And I want you to make a loud sound while you shake your hands, okay? Do it with me. Ready? 1, 2, 3. All right. I know you feel ridiculous. I know you feel silly. I do too. But don't you feel a little bit less nervous as well? Doesn't it feel like you have a little more energy, like you're a little more excited? Doesn't it feel like you're a little braver? Okay, that's the point. It's getting rid of all of the nerves in your face, all right, that keep you from speaking clearly and loudly to your audience, whether it be an IELTS examiner or a presentation that you're giving for your company or an interview. Okay, so remember the second trick is that nerves don't only affect what you say, but how you say it. Okay, so you got to do whatever you can to get rid of these nerves. Stretch. You can do this in the bathroom when you're taking a shower, getting ready in the morning before your interview or your exam, where you need to speak, where you need to rely on your English to be clear and loud. Okay? I don't expect you to do this in front of a lot of people. I know it makes you feel a little embarrassed, but if you can do it in front of people, all the better. All right? Because that brings me to my third trick to overcome nerves. Number 3, the more you face your fears when it doesn't matter, the less afraid you will be when it does. All right? I want to explain this. This is very important. If you try to face your fears, if you face your fears in these moments that don't really matter, then it's easier to face your fears when it does. That's all that means. How do you do this? Okay, let's say you're in an English class and your English teacher asks you a question and you're very nervous because you're afraid to make a fool of yourself in front of your other students, right? Your other classmates. And so you don't take chances with your vocabulary. Maybe use small words. Maybe you say, "Teacher, I don't know," even though you do know the answer. Maybe you're afraid to say it. Maybe you're afraid of the pronunciation is wrong, right? But if you take these chances in these moments that don't matter, if you take these chances when it doesn't matter if you make mistakes, in fact, it's encouraged for you to make mistakes because your teachers can then help you. Then when it does matter, it isn't as scary. Okay. Another thing you can do is meet up with a friend who's also practicing English. Go have a cup of coffee with them and try to have an entire conversation over coffee and just speak English, right? You're both gonna probably make some mistakes, okay? That's to be expected. You can help each other out, and maybe you'll feel a little embarrassed. Maybe people around you who don't speak English or who speak English well are judging you, right? Who cares? It doesn't matter. This isn't one of those times that matter. So you can make lots of mistakes. And I guarantee you that if you overcome this fear in these times that don't matter, when it comes to the times that do matter, you will be brave, you will be confident, and your English will be better. Okay, guys, I hope that really helps you out. If it did, please like and subscribe to my page. Also, you can check me out on eddingsenglish.com for any private lessons, or if you have any questions, please feel free to ask them to me. I'll get back to you. I wish you the best of luck with your English journey.